Okay, let's check on the Y-Op.
Let me help you walk. I'm fine. You should know I need a stronger step than that.
Oh, what's coming up behind them?
Careful, we've got company.
Is Harold? Oh, there he is.
Already?
You really think that you were so good you tried to get him?
You killed Malcolm?
He was a ghost. He was already dead.
You were dispersed with or without me. Rather than worry, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimating the power of I thought this naive little girl wasn't accept that is the threat ancient name the Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideas. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina,
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I can smell honey. Because I know. You're right. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to what? The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. The power lies not in the
Oh my
ideal
god,
itself,
the
but
power
in
of
our commitment
friendship.
to upholding that. Well said. Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take
Anybody
more than two
know,
of us to
any
handle anything
anime
like this.
villain knows that that's the worst power of all.
There are many in that land who can beat us when we're together. Need a step right. Clear the area. Hit him. Parting ways. Go. Oh.
Got him.
We won! We actually won! That's what he gets for underestimating you.
Turns out he wasn't as strong as any of the other ones we faced in the
Fantastic work,
past.
Kachina. This makes me so... I'm happy too, honey. Together we really are unstoppable! Huh? My ancient name is glowing?
It's probably a projection from the real world.
Wait, does that mean...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with... But still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As it took years' worth of scars, lots of unnecessary suffering from the Pyro Archon's plan will unite. Only then will Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Spring.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Matland.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have under the name Umoja. You shall unite the tribes and save Natland from its impending. As long as blood still runs through its blaze will be even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds.
Yeah,
remain
enough of the
eternal.
quotes.
What do you mean? 500 years ago, They foresaw the very crisis we are facing. We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mulurani was also... This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of...
So quiet. Why isn't there any background music?
Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice.
Great. Well then, I was going to ask why. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happened. You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you.
Even the Traveler?
Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I focus on who you want to be. The story of your ancient name is... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is go now, my children. Save that land on behalf of all you all.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. Oh, what's going on? An earthquake? We're out of time. It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to...
A ceiling?
The sea! Open the door!
What's a Sealy doing here? Well, let's go. Poor Sealy, it's gonna get sucked up by the abyss. I wonder if there's a chest anywhere. Probably not, but... Ooh.
Moving in the sky! It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Ah! I totally could have fit in that crack.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Faster!
He's gonna save us. Chaska, save us! Oh, dang. Oh no, we're stuck! Well, who's gonna save us? Oh my god, it's the Pyro Archon!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon split. She's not here!
Plot twist,
Yeah,
we're
didn't
still
she say
stuck
she
in
was
the...
gonna what?
We're still stuck in the... in the night world.
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness. So you're saying every great display of power. Humans feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a full checkup.
okay? What about you, Traveler?
I'm fine.
Right. Going, let's get going. We need to share what we write. The Wyatt mentions I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan.
There's the annoying sister.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
I'm talented.
He's special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Pyro doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have faith in you, Koichi. All right. Just give it time. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow, she's less annoying now.
Alright. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
We already know
It's
that.
very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact that our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500
Lonnie told us a little bit of
500 years ago. All the nations of Tibet were invaded by the Abyss, unlike the other nations. Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was
I
exceedingly
never understood what ley lines
and
are.
brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace instilled. This is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to the problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories since the plan was mentioned in those memories. I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
It wasn't her, it was someone who looks just like her.
That doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on a human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old.
So that means...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyatt were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the sacred flame and the Wyatt has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their... So, I've tried my... Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kanish of the Scions of the Canopy, and Yansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their
Siren of
names.
the Children of Echoes, Kanicha, Sons of the Canopy, and Eons of the Collective have been acknowledged by their names. So,
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyatt Mulani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
that leaves 2 people left.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the... That's also why I haven't been able to take...
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing you're destined, just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from...
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then.
Kachina.
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development.
I'm gonna make it.
I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyatt. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Now then, salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular... You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I'm...
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before.
What?
Where did it go?
Even though I
even notice
sacrificed my power, I still, after all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. And Mulani has an important, in addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much...
Yo?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you...
Wait, weren't they all precious? That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the night, and then it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it down.
There's no... The people and the events of the past are never truly... If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of...
Well, we still...
Well, now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Ward, and we can all use the rest, that's for sure.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing,
Try not to let it get to you. It's alright.
She's a lot more calm than I thought she'd be. I thought she'd be like... I thought Navyuka would be more like Mario Leona from Black Clover. That reminds me of, what was that one place in Inazuma?
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all... They attract people from all... The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all... It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. I've witnessed their energy. Even when they cause... I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Enkanomiya, that was the name of the place. I just couldn't remember it. Am I gonna be able to play as Maviuka? Dang.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promised the abyss is a cunning enemy. One that I face my rage. But you came to me because you knew I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect for Natlan.
This part is boring. We're just seeing memories.
You could have had 500 years in the future.
Ooh, she looks pretty.
The Pyro Archon again. But what about the you for right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers. We will do everything we can to rebuild, but even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. They'll always believe in you, sis. No, seriously.
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something.
Yeah.
It has to be good for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall...
War forged 6 tribes, taught us how to... We are the inheritors, those who grew, those who forged out. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Hey, Queechy! You here for the victory feast too? Oh no, I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister.
Ah, well, you two...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She did.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control.
So what you're saying is...
You deliberately provoked her so she'd take that impulse out on you.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it.
She has anger management issues.
That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
The doctor?
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all your business fault.
Oh my god, it's this guy again.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina! I always knew you could do it, with so much potential at your age. You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild. So I stopped to bandage his when he insisted on repaying the favor. What was I supposed to do?
The fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you?
That's what I was gonna ask. What about them?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Ha! That's what they get.
Serves you all right.
Alright. There's no need to be... Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon, this traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever... They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can. Let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ion-san.
I wonder what the point of having Capitano appear so early in the story quest was. Like, I wonder what he was after.
Please give another round of applause for them.
Well said!
Like, he literally just appeared in the stadium and exchanged blows with the Archon. And then left.
To be honest, well, you better get used to it. Next up, I'm gonna... Hey, please don't make...
Very close to the end. We're currently celebrating because we saved Kachina.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Isn't your plan a little convoluted?
Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500 years, Natlan will be destroyed. It seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound... I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back...
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm
so that's the life you had to leave behind.
It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end.
That's actually what I want to ask.
Doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
Yeah.
I suppose, but So what? Don't forget, time takes many forms.
Okay.
Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give this.
I don't have the mental capacity to think about
we are
that.
still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further.
Surely you don't
hero who
mean
I'm
me.
hoping to get on my side. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would, if you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Like I care about that.
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories of the Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall.
I'd rather have Mora.
I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
I just want to help out the people.
Yeah, we can't just ignore this.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient
Oh,
name for an
Shilonen.
Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power.
This is Capitano.
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness. And as for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Oh, dang. Oh, I already completed the Archon quest. So I can claim the 500 Prima Gems for completing it.